We're still focused on our breathing. So 3 seconds in and 3 seconds out on our exhale. 3 seconds in again and 3 seconds out. All right, so some ones we're more familiar with. We'll do our single leg pull, pulling that left knee in towards our rib cage. But this one, I want us to think about our other leg. Let's think about that right foot or the opposite leg, that heel. We want to almost dig that into the ground lightly. Use it as a brace to bring our opposite knee in. So we're stabilizing our body on the right side. Pull all the way in on the left. Deep breaths. We got another 6 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, awesome job. Good, Angel. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So same thing, we're gonna pull and try to press softly, press that opposite heel into the floor. 3 seconds in on our inhale as we pull. And 3 seconds out on our exhale. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, from here, we're just gonna lay out starfish style. Starfish, yep, good. And we're gonna bring our right hand down by our hips on our right side. Come back up above our head to starfish. Do our same thing on our left side. So we're warming up our rotator cuff and our shoulder. Go 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. From here, we're gonna sit all the way up. Now we're on our butt, right? And we're gonna start out butterfly stretch right here. Heels coming in. Up, and we'll just drop our knees down and breathe for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, we're gonna rock our hips side to side. We're gonna start to loosen up our hips a little bit more. You feel this all our inner groin and inner thigh. We'll stay here for another 5 seconds. Deep breath. 4, 3, 2. All right, from here, we're gonna keep our knees up. We're gonna place our palms behind us. There we go. And it's kind of a 2-part movement. We're gonna move our butt into our heels and then press our hips up to the ceiling. And then drop our butt back down and then pull ourselves back out of it. Okay, let me check you out. So in, up, and back down. That's perfect, good. Let's go for 6. Go forward, up, down, and back. Good, that's 2. And we're really stretching out our chest right here. Our shoulders should be feeling a stretch. Deep breath, good, back up. That's halfway. Deep breath. Inhale as we come in. Exhale as those hips go up. 5, and 6. From 6, we'll go into some more familiar goodies. We go right arm across our chest. We're just gonna pull towards that side. Deep breath. And we're holding it a little bit longer since we're not going into our workout. We can hold it a little bit longer. Just embrace that stretch. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Controlling our breathing. Deep inhale, deep exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From the ground, we're gonna do some neck rolls. We're letting our head, the weight of our head, we're just letting that kind of hang around as we twist all the way. Almost aim for like all 4 corners. We'll go 3 to the right. Take a deep breath. The same thing going to the left side. From here, we're just gonna imagine we have water in our ear, and we want to just get that water out of our ear. You know how you can get your water stuck? Yeah, just like that. So go right side and left side. Back and forth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we'll just go chin to chest, and then same thing reverse. Head up, chin to the ceiling, chin to chest. We'll go for 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Good. Next, we'll go ahead and wiggle our ears. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I was waiting to see if you could really do it. I'm like, wait, maybe she could. All right.
Now, did you see the movie Goonies?
Goonies. No, I haven't seen that one.
Okay, so that's from like 1980 something, but you should watch it. But anyways, there is this thing in there that could wiggle its ears. So it was like a person that had been like deformed or whatever, but he was wiggling his ears.
I
Really
gotta,
weird.
I gotta see it. You said Goonies, right?
Yeah, it's like an American classic.
I have a list in my phone where I keep all my recommended books and movies. So I'm gonna go ahead
Okay.
and put the. All right. All right, perfect. So we're not gonna wiggle our ears, but we will go into some more lower body. So we'll go legs wide and a deep stretch down to our right side. We'll go for 10 seconds down here, so a little bit longer than we're used to. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, and same thing on our other side. Five, 3, 2. And we're going directly down to the middle. Try to keep those heels lightly pressed into the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, from here, we'll transition to tabletop position. Throwing our hands on our knees. And we'll just go right into our cat cow. So this one inhales as we arch our spine. Inhale as we round our spine. Exhale as we arch. Inhale on the way up. Exhale. So for 2 more, Angel. Last one. Now for this last one, we're going right into downward position, sitting those hips back. We'll bring our nose down low to the floor. Sit here for about 10 seconds. Again, controlling our breathing, keeping it nice and steady. Good. From here, we'll go back into almost a high plank. So our core is tight. We're just going to steady ourselves here and drop our hips from side to side. So not too low to work our core, but just enough to kind of loosen up our hips a little. Twist our trunk. We'll go 4, 3, 2, and we're back down into tabletop position. From here, we're gonna take one hand and place it behind our head. We just want to pull this elbow to my other elbow. So I'm gonna show you this way. From here, my elbow is just gonna connect on the other side. So I'll look up as high as I can and then tight. Let's go for 6 on one side, then we'll do 6 on the other side. After that 6th rep, we're right back down, face down, fingertips farther away this time. Try to sink deeper into those heels with your hips. 20 seconds down. Halfway. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job from there. We're going to drop our hips down low, chin up towards the ceiling. Now, if it hurts to hold ourselves up, our body weight up with our arms, we can kind of prop ourselves up on our elbows. And we'll still get that same effect in our abdomen. We'll hold for about 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we'll look back over our right side, right here. Back over our left side, right here. Deep breath. Good. One more time, back to the right. And one more time, back to the left. Good job. From there, we're back in our tabletop position. This time, as we sit our hips back, we're going to pull one arm across and reach all the way through. So I believe we've done these a few times in class. Deep exhales. We're going to try to reach our fingertips to the opposite side of the room. 10 seconds left. Three, 2, and switch. We're back onto our other side. Deep breath. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go back on our right side for a second set. Try to reach a little further across the room this time, keeping our hips as low as we can comfortably. Deep exhale as we drop our shoulder down. All right. One last good time on our left side. All right, and we're back in tabletop position. Deep breath. How are we feeling so far?
Good.
Yeah, you good? All right, perfect. So we're gonna move on to our wrists now. So this one we want to be very, very careful. Only go as deep as is comfortable for you. Okay, so it's a really easy one to feel out too. So we're going palms face down, both
Both?
palms. Yeah, we're gonna try both, and don't sit all the way down with both. Just kind of sit your hips back, rock your hips back. You should feel a stretch in the front of your. Yep, just like that. Deep breath. 5, 4, 3, 2. And then I'm going to take a page out of your notebook and we're going to go one palm down, one palm up, and deep breaths. And then we can kind of isolate that side a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2. And switch sides. Good. And we're going to do the same thing with our fingertips facing each other here. Yeah. And we're sitting back on our hips, pressing our palms into the ground. Yeah. Just like that. Deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. One palm goes face down, fingers forward. We'll sit back on our hips for another 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. And switch. Good. Now with our fingertips down. Yep. And we're turning them like this way. So palms faced away from us. Yeah. Fingertips down. Now from here, we should feel a deep stretch in the front of our bicep and forearm. And we're just going to sit those hips back. Deep breaths as we go back and just kind of hold it there. Whew. Deep breath. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Come back to neutral. We'll do that 2 more times. So deep breath. Rock back. 5, 4, 3, 2. And forward. And last time. Deep breath. Rock back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. That's good stuff. Hey, Nicole. Good evening.
Coach. Hey, Coach.
Hey, hey.
Hey, Angel.
All right, we came in perfect time. We just going into our next set of cool down. We chose to do a lower intensity workout today, so
Wow,
are
I needed
you
that.
joining me?
Sorry,
Are
I
you
missed.
joining?
No, I can't. But I was just gonna come for the end, so
Oh,
I'll
no
wait till you
worries.
guys get done.
No problem. We'll probably go for another 5 minutes. All right, so our next one, we're just sitting on our heels. So now we should feel a good stretch in our ankles and kind of in our knees, but we're gonna stretch our wrists out. So arms out in front. Rotate wrists around right side. And we do the same thing left side. Like that. Then go back to the right. For outer circles and then inner circles. Into the left. Good. Now we're off of our heels, back in that tabletop position. We'll pick one leg up off the ground, and we're gonna do ankle circles with that leg towards one way. But we don't have to pick the whole leg off the ground. You might maybe just like pick your toe up and then circle one way, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we'll do the same thing, circle the other way, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's switch legs. Do the same thing on the other side. Then switch. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. The last couple we'll finish in upper body before we get into the meditation. We'll go back face down, and we're gonna have both hands in close to our chest. We're gonna extend one hand out. So my hand is over by this weight. From here, we're just gonna push up with the opposite arm, the one that's closest to you, and we're looking over that shoulder. Yeah, just like that. And we should get a slight stretch in that extended arm. Deep exhale. We go 5, 4, 3, 2. Look out, look out, look out. All right, that's good. Same thing the other way. So we're switching arms. That arm's extended. Yes, just like that. Perfect. And then up over that right shoulder. Angle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go one more time on each side. One more time on each side. Switch. Coming up. Eyes on the ceiling top. 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo. Deep breath. And then last one on this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So we're gonna finish off in one of my favorite cool down meditations. I took a hot yoga class mistakenly last year, and I had a ball. But the instructor, she finished out, and it was one of my favorite meditations ever. She finished us out like this. And after a hot yoga, crazy intense session, we just passed out right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that from her. I'm gonna set the timer for about let's do 2 minutes today. So just nice deep breathing for 2 minutes. Just be present. Start out in 3, 2. All right, Angela, let's do it. 2 minutes. All right. There it is. Awesome job. Good finish. Can we do high fives? I want to do a hug, but high fives, high fives.
There you go. Thank
Good finish. Good finish.
you.
So
Thank you.
how we feeling?
Feeling
He's done.
good.
Good.
Yeah, feeling
A
very
little
good.
more mobile.
Yes. Yes.
All right. I wanted to take us into our mindfulness still, because that's a big part of why we're here, you know. And we had a very good prompt for today. 1 second while I pull it up. I read it last night. Where did I read it? Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so last night we set the intention for today. So what are two things that if you did them, you know that they would significantly uplevel your quality of life? So I'm gonna read it again, less choppy. What are two things that if you did them, you know that they would significantly uplevel your quality of life? Okay, I'm gonna let y'all chew on those. Chew on that for a second. I'll go ahead and share first. So one that I share that I've brought up a lot recently, especially Fran, who was on here a lot. She mentioned this one time. Procrastination is a big one for me, and I know that if I didn't procrastinate as much, I would get so much more done. It's like night and day. So that's one, and then another. I would say being present, but I feel like I've said that a lot. I think the sleep is huge. Like, honestly, just taking time to sleep and recover and then maximize the hours that I am awake instead of like feeling sluggish or feeling drained and like taking naps here and there and like getting 4 hours here and 3 hours here and 2 hours here. Like, I don't know, that kind of added up last year. So recently, what I've been trying to do with more of a workload is just cut off, my time and kind of get to sleep. So I think those are two things that if I change, I'll be a better person. All right.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh yeah,
Those
of
are
course.
those are excellent.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think I would go with the procrastination thing, but what I've learned is um I've learned recently that I'm a perfectionist, and not in necessarily the sense that we think of like perfectionism, at least maybe because I'm still partially in denial, so that could be it. But but like I told you guys last night how one of the things you probably wouldn't guess about me is that I built a deck. So that deck, um, it took me a year, and not because it physically took a year, it's because I had it in my mind what I wanted it to be. And for the first deck that I built, I mean, I'm not a carpenter by trade. I made it huge. I mean, it's ridiculously big.
You gotta take
And
a picture and put it in the thread.
yeah, it's like a 16 by 24. And I just have phase one done. But anyways, my thing is that because I wanted it such like a certain way, it caused me to put off actually finishing it. So it stayed in like a semi started state for a year.
Mm.
And I've realized that perfectionism cost me a lot. Like I didn't get to enjoy it this summer or in the spring or last winter. Like I just didn't get to enjoy it. So that's one. And then and I do have a picture, Nicole. So and then the other thing that I think would totally up level my life is that I didn't let disturbances bother me. Like, I'm going to give you an example. So in the Bible, Jesus is doing a whole lot of stuff. He's doing his thing. He is consistently getting interrupted. And he's cool, flows with the interruptions. Now, me, when I get interrupted, I'm doing something, I'm in a flow, I get kind of snippy, disgruntled, frustrated. I might not always show it, but internally, I'm like, what do you want? Like, I just do not handle disruptions very well. Um, which is crazy because I disrupt people all the time. So that's just doesn't make any sense. Uh, um, so I think I would have a better life and be a better human if I learned how to handle disruptions better.
Wow. That's
Both
huge.
hands up. And I'm standing up for that one. I love it. And Nicole?
I would say if I would just devalue sugar in my life and see it for the toxin that it really is, I would be better. I would have a much better life. And if I could get my cholesterol or cortisol in check and get some good quality sleep regularly or consistently, I know I would just be a happier person.
It's key on the checklist how it says the wording. I don't know if y'all caught the wording. It's position myself for 7 to 8. I thought that was, I like
Which
that.
I appreciate that so much because I feel like that at least gives me a win that I tried. I did what I could control. And the rest that I can't control, I'm not penalized for that. So thank you guys for that.
Well, yeah, thank you guys. It wouldn't be possible without you ladies. So it's my
Can I
honor.
ask, can I ask you two a question?
Sure.
How do you, or no, let me ask this. What things have you found have been effective in helping you position yourself for 7 to 8 hours of sleep?
For me, it's been doing the things that I know to do,
Okay.
which is setting a time,
Well,
just setting a time for myself. I may not make it. I'm still within the time frame that sets me up for those hours. But just having a time that I'm marching towards has helped me. I've also been intentional about declining invitations,
I like that.
especially during this time that I know is going to take me outside of that. And sometimes I've had to say no to things, and other times I've just suggested earlier time to my friends or whoever, and that has been helpful. That I didn't just go with, let's just meet at 8. I'm like, well, what if we met at 6:30? And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. And that gives me time, like, okay, I can go have fun, and then I can be back and I can get myself positioned. So
yes,
yeah, those are two things that have been.
very
Yeah,
cool.
I'm gonna go with those two. Those are big. That second one was me all year last year, and I just couldn't figure it out. I was like, why do I keep sacrificing my sleep to hang out? And it was like, you know what? I can't do it because they don't gotta get to work when I gotta get to work. So it's got, I gotta plan ahead. So I love that. I'm gonna steal those.
Cool, very cool. Yes, sleep hygiene is huge. I think my personal belief is your nighttime routine is more important than your morning routine
Mm,
because your night sets up your next day.
mm,
At least that's what I've experienced. When I don't do things right the night before, then the next day, I don't want to get up. Hit snooze, I'm lingering, I'm dragging. But when I do the stuff I needed to do the night before, then it sets me up for more success the next day.
And so would you share some of your success actions or routines that set you up well?
So they're all still works in progress. And I think it's one of those things that you do have to like find your rhythm, but 3 big things. 3 hours before bed, I don't what don't I do 3 hours before? Okay, I can't remember, so I must not be doing it.
Right.
2 hours. 2 hours
Is it
before
eat
bedtime.
or would it
Well,
be?
2 hours I don't eat. I don't eat 2 hours before bed.
Okay.
So like when I'm done here, I'm usually gonna eat like a little something. So I'm like, okay, that sets once I'm done eating, that sets the clock.
Okay.
But typically I have a set time frame of I'm going to bed, which means 1 hour before I turn off screens. So 1 hour before screens, 2 hour before, that's weird. 2 hours before is the food. There's something that you're supposed to do 3 hours before, I don't remember. But those are
I
2
want
big things. And then that hour, you remember?
no, I want to know now. I'm gonna look it up on
Oh,
what is
right.
it?
But I'll tell you that hour before, when I've turned off screens, I've also turned off people. So it'll be like 8:25 because 8:30 is my cutoff because I try to go to bed at 9:30. And I'll be like, well, oh, it's 8:30. It could be in the middle of a sentence. And I'm like, wow, you know what? Let's pick this up here next time. Because I gotta go. And I love you. Good night. Bye.
I love it.
And so, and usually people are like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then you hang up. And then I do something like either I listen to like relaxing music or I read a book for like an hour, just me decompressing. And by then, because I'm not one who can just fall asleep on a dime, my mom can, I can't. So I need that hour. And what I've learned is if I stay on the phone till 9 o'clock, I'm not going to successfully get to sleep till 10 because my body needs that hour. So those are the things that I do. And I try to be consistent throughout the week. So those are a couple of things.
Ooh, you just blessed me with that
Yes.
because I
Yeah.
love that you embrace the hour wind down that your body just needs, your mind needs. I don't think I quite embrace that like I should because my
And I'll
husband
tell
is
you,
the same way. He can
I
fall
used to
asleep
fight it.
really fast. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to embrace it because I fought it. I fought it. I was like, no, I don't need to. And then I would just be laying there or like, and I have so, um, I'm a bit of an athlete. So I've got this watch that tells me, different things. So it tells me about my sleep when I wake up the next morning. It's like, would you like a morning report? And it'll tell me where my body is. And it'll tell me how my sleep was. And if I got enough REM, if I got enough deep, it'll say, you know what, your day yesterday was so stressful, you didn't sleep well. And it'll give me a score. And then it'll give me like a body battery. Like, this is how much energy your body has for the day. Now, if you take a good productive nap, you might increase that, but this is all you got. And some days I wake up and it's like 40%. I'm like, I got 40% to make it through the day. And by the time I get to work, it's like 32. I'm like, dang, I am not winning. And so yeah. And so it tells you like how your breathing was, and your breathing while you're sleeping, as well as your heart rate variable. Like your heart rate is supposed to shift and change, I think, with the phases of sleep. If your heart rate is varying like all weird, It's because you had too much stress the day before.
Mm.
And this watch, I'll tell you, I yell at it sometimes or just tell it to shut up. Because it's like, you seem to be experiencing high stress. Would you like to do a breathing exercise? I'm like, no, I don't want to do no breathing exercise. Eating. But
So when it says that, does it ever say like you're at 100% in the morning, or what is the range? You can be at 100. Wow. So are you able to think through like, wow, what did I do that got me 100? I need to just work on that.
yes, and that's when I started embracing more that hour wind down.
Okay.
Yeah. And